Now it's time to walk the compound.
Look at these lazy little slugs right here. Just wasting the day away. Not doing anything of significance or productivity. Taking up space. Taking up good, honest, clean space. You. What have you done today? That's what I thought. And you, company, what have you done? A drain. Why don't you go and make something of yourself? Why don't you go and get a job? Become a contributor. There was a tiger behind me. Well, hello, all of you big cat lovers out there, all across the webospheres and the intertubes. Welcome to another episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast, hosted by your friend Derek, which is me. And I gotta tell you, it's a little bit crazy here because it's almost October and temperature. Yeah, I know. The temperature is about 90 degrees right now. It's gonna be in the mid 90s tomorrow. Maybe like a 94, 95. It's almost October. This shouldn't be like this. This should not be like this. I have wood that is split. Probably shouldn't have put a space in between those two statements. But I've got split wood that is going to be able to be used for firewood purposes, and it hasn't gotten cold enough yet to warrant any sort of campfire or fireplace fire or fire pit fire. It's a bunch of beans, I tell you. Rasa! What over there is so important? Which way? She's looking that way. I can't tell. She's looking dot, like over around this general direction. So let's go take a look. Let's take a look. I'm looking. She's still looking. She's still fixated, and right here is where her line of sight was. Okay, well, you know, fire's right there, and there's Melita right here. Hey, I know. You're like, it's October. This should not be this hot. It's like uncomfortable. This is like the type of weather that you'd be seeing in June. Oh boy. Hi. You have food? Yeah, he does. Oh, goodness gracious. You notice I always pounce when you're going to be walking away. It's that whole, you know, like, yeah, get out of here, and I told you, and opportunistic, you're turning your back on me, and I know, sugar pie. Like, when is it going to be October weather? It's for the birds, Zeus. You know, this is the. I mean, in the mornings it's decent. The evenings it's decent, but you know, right now in the middle of the afternoon, when I decide to do the walk around the compound webcast, it's the warmest part of the day, and they don't feel like doing much of anything. But I had to do the webcast at this time. I didn't have too many other opportunities within my day to get it done besides basically now. Hey, Ellie. I don't care. So yeah, not the most in the way of like super duper active kitties. Except for sweet, huggable, lovable lions like Boo Bear. Ah, look at you. Look at you, pretty. Like an engine. Like a deep, gurgling, like chopper. Like that's what you got going on. Uh-oh. Bam! Backstroke. Oh. My favorite part of that is when she flops down and her heavy tail just goes whap on the ground. That's my favorite part of that whole thing. Oh, look at you! Feeling the vapors? Feeling the vapors. Yep. She would not mind Sam coming over for a visit. Let's just put it that way. I got a fever. Oh, more kitty cats eating. Savannah's eating. I mean, we just fed. That gate's loud. But I prefer the gates to be loud as opposed to just whisper quiet, because then you can hear things as they get opened. You have an idea of what's going on where. Savannah! Oh! Okay. So you have an idea of what's going on where. Sleepy kitties all up in this place over here. There's Poopalooka right there. And there's Jake, and then there's Lucha. Hi! Everyone's over here. But then we got Kate. Oh, gosh, Kate. You're being so adorable. And I guess, okay, comparatively speaking, what it is right now as far as the temperature is concerned, it's not so crazy outside of the realm of like what we could just simply get. In the summertime you can get temperatures, in the 100, 105, 110. That'll happen. So yeah, like 90, it's more of a relative thing than anything. Let's see if I can just, I'm not gonna look at him. I'm not gonna look at him. I gotta. That was all right. I'll take that one. I see you. Don't think I don't. Yeah, you. I saw you being sneaky. Always with the sneak. A lot of people, they always say, oh, I'm just going to extend this one, but I'm not going to run out of time just yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and stop it right now and then start it again here in a second. Okay. A lot of people, they say that Cassie's probably the one that I'd be able to go into the enclosure with the easiest, because yeah, she does that. She does squeaking things, and she purrs, and she does all sorts of stuff, and she's so cute, and she's so sweet, and how could she ever hurt you? I think that she would just be so absolutely adorably sweet. One thing you have to keep in mind is that when the fence is here, as opposed to when a fence is not there, the dynamic is different. And I mean, of course, it's going to be different. But when you're talking about an animal that will so very readily come up to people and isn't reticent around people, isn't reluctant to be around people, you take that fence away, and the first thing that she's going to do is she's going to come right up to you. And, you know, and Heidi was around her when she was a little bitty cub, and Heidi says she was a bad girl. Yeah, you were, because you like to have your way, and you didn't like to be told no. And you were a little Miss Princess who had to have everything according to Little Miss Princess's rules. And if they weren't according to Little Miss Princess's rules, then she would throw little temper tantrums. See, the fence here keeps everything nice and contained. It keeps everything civil at this point. But you take that fence out, man, she gets so excited. She gets excited. She gets possessive. That possessiveness, that excitement, that turns into aggression. She just can't help herself. She starts biting things. So yeah. She's adorable and she's very sweet. But even Cassie can do bad stuff. We're working on trying to get new merchandise stuff to y'all through the old District Lines page, and then we work with like the graphic designers. Raven! You sleepy? Hi, BB. Hi. But one thing that we do definitely want is feedback as far as merchandise is concerned, and what types of things would people like to see, because we've got a lot of subject matter, we've got a lot of things to cover, and we've got some ideas that are in the works right now. Stuff that can go on t-shirts, stuff that can go onto, like, you know, cell phone covers, and stuff that can just go on a different variety of products and sweaters and everything. But more specifically, like, what kind of designs would people like would you like to see, and that you think might actually, you know, be a little bit more successful and do well. So yeah, go ahead and comment that stuff below. And the folks that helped me out trying to turn this whole BigCatDerek thing into a thing, they read that stuff, and we email and we have phone conversations and we come up with a plan, you know. But all this stuff, it takes time. All this stuff, it takes time to kind of really get the balls rolling on things, and you just got to keep on cranking stuff out. You got to keep on putting things out there, putting out content, keeping people coming back, keeping people engaged, giving them new stuff, but then, you know, still giving them a lot of the old familiar standards, the things that they came for in the first place. Look at those beats. And if you see an idea for like you know, certain design ideas and whatnot that someone already come up with and you think is kind of neat, just go ahead and just like it, and it'll give us kind of like a good metric of feedback for potential directions to, you know, to take this whole thing in. Gotta hustle. Because again, yeah, I want to turn this into a thing. Want to turn it into a thing. Want to use it as a new and creative means Hi. Moo? Mew? I want to turn it into a new and creative means of being able to support, you know, the different elements of the facility and some of the people here at the facility. But if we're tossing things out that don't work, that people aren't going to respond to, well, that's not going to do us any good, you know? Not at all. Looking for sponsors, too. Looking for sponsors. Oh, ha! I was going to tell a story over yonder by Wally, but I kind of forgot to. I think it's getting kind of windy. I don't want the wind to goof up my microphone and get it all. Ugh, I hate that. Hate that. But I did actually get solicited by a certain dating app company to see if I would like do promotions on my Vine channel, you know, for that type of service. And I kind of thought it was like, well, it doesn't really fit. I mean, I'm BigCat, you know, Derek, and you know, I don't have any use for that, and it doesn't mesh into the brand. And I'm not against doing sponsorships. It's just it has to come from, like, I have to feel like I actually like know about the thing that I'm trying to, you know, advertise about, and all that other stuff. Just no dating app stuff. But then I thought to myself, like, okay, well, I'll see if I can try to make it very specific and geared towards this brand of content. So I made a profile on that app for Mawali, and it was gonna be just like, you know, like, ooh, look at this sexy guy, sexy Mawali, who wants a date? And I kept on getting like the profile like blocked and restricted, saying like, you cannot do animals in your account. But then I would just be like, no, that was just a fluke. And I would, oh my gosh, I didn't even see you. I didn't even see you. Holy crapola, baby. That was pretty impressive. That was pretty impressive. Come over here. But then they said, like, no, you can't do that. And then they kept on deleting all of that stuff and then saying, like, put correct pictures on there. And eventually I did it enough times, and then they just kind of blocked it, and then they never contacted me again. So, yeah. Because, I mean, really, you know, like, I'm not gonna promote something like that if I don't. I mean, it doesn't fit. And also, here, that right there. It's kind of silly. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling at this point. And yeah, okay, whatever. All the stuff that's down here, yeah. You ramble all the time. What's different? I'm actually getting into arguments with myself at this point. I'm out here in the country. There's not many people that come and visit. I hope that you folks enjoyed this one. Walk around the compound webcast. Bye-bye, folks. Take care.